Hello, this is Caroline Bell from Summerhill Financial Services, just with an update for September. Well, probably the main news from the business point of view is we've changed our email and sort of document management system. So we're currently in the move from using Outlook and moving across to G Suite, so Gmail and what have you. A couple of reasons for that. One is it just works better in terms of G Suite is much better set up for people that work remotely, given Margaret, Alex and I work often in different locations. But also there's a greater level of security in relation to document sharing. So one of the things we're working on in the next couple of months is just to improve the security between us and yourself when we're sharing information and documents. So that's something that will hopefully be ready by the end of this year. Speaking of security as well, for those of you who have a Macquarie bank account, they're improving their security access as well. So if you should have already received some material in relation to some new steps that you need to do in relation to accessing your bank account and ensuring your privacy by October. If you haven't received anything or if you're unsure about what it all means, feel free to contact Margaret and she can explain it all to you. In other news, of course, markets are still bouncing around, so not sort of much happening there. It's sort of they're up, they're down, and then they end up staying pretty flat when you look at it over a 1 or 2 month period. So continuing as we have done this year, from time to time, we'll just contact you if we think that you're starting to hold a little bit of cash and there's a bit of a drop in the market. But at the moment, we're pretty comfortable holding a little bit of cash and just sort of taking advantage of those dips until we see something different happen. From my point of view, I'm coming back to Melbourne again in November, so we'll be organising some meetings. Margaret will be contacting some people in October to organise some meetings. I'm actually a little bit out of action for this month, so online meetings for me will resume in October and then the sort of face-to-face in November. But in other news, coincidentally, I was planning on being back in Melbourne anyway in November, but I've been asked to present at the Financial Planning Conference for Australia in November, which is held in Hobart this year. So one of the days will be involved me sort of going down to Hobart, giving the presentation, but I'll come back up that day. As always, any comments, questions or suggestions, feel free to let us know. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.